Hey guys, Pro1701 here, and of course my season 24 box set has come in, and I have watched the extended version of Time and the Rani. This is starting to look really nice right here. I actually have them lined up on the shelf. I'm really liking that. Now, I can't honestly tell you the difference between the standard version of Time and the Rani and the extended version. I've seen Time and the Rani multiple times. It's one of the stories I remember from my childhood. It's one of the maybe dozen or so stories I know I saw as a child. I remember seeing it, bits and pieces of it, and I've watched it several times since then. I own it on DVD. That's why I didn't watch the standard version first when the box set came in. I went ahead and watched the extended version. And like I said, I can't tell you which scenes were in there originally and which scenes weren't. My memory's not good enough to keep up with that and notice, oh, that's new. But moving on to the actual story, I had a little trouble switching gears to it because I have been watching like Tom Baker and stuff recently and John Pertwee. And to switch from 70s Who to 80s Who sometimes, especially the Colin or Sylvester era, I do have to mentally adjust to those. I had the same problems, excuse me, when I was watching Mysterious Planet. It did take me partway through that first episode before I really switched gears to it. Had problems with that here. It really took me probably into the second episode before I started adjusting to it. I was really not liking the first episode, not because of the episode. I wasn't engaging with it, and I was getting to that point where I was like, oh, I've still got 3 more parts to go. And, I'm sitting here thinking, is it worth doing a review on this? But I did start adjusting to it. I think a lot of it was Kate O'Mara? I love her in this story. She just looks like she's having a ball. I mean, part of me wants to say she's being a little hammy, but she's doing it as a really good actor does. Like, I know she's a really good actress. Especially, I love when she's playing Mel, because she is very much playing Melanie Bush playing Mel, but doing her own take on it. The way she does her voice more like Bonnie Langford's, and the way she changes how she walks to try to imitate Mel's, not only her voice, but her mannerisms. It's really neat how she does that performance. But what really sells it is seeing the look on her face as she gets frustrated with the doctor. That whole time, how the looks she gets on her face. This is my favorite part of the whole story, is just watching her get frustrated with the doctor, but having to bite her tongue because she needs him. Because she just wants to belt him upside the head or reach over and strangle him. And you can see her fighting that down because she needs him. It's like, I can do it. I can do it when he's finished. I can strangle him when he's done. That look on her face when she's just like, oh. Or when she corrects him about a worker with his full tools. It's his tools. That look on her face. I'm flattered. And seeing her over there just, it's my favorite part of the whole story. Katie O'Mara is what really did get me clicking in with this story. I can't express just how much I absolutely loved her having to rein herself in from strangling him, because the look she got on her face. It's phenomenal acting. It's wonderful acting. It's very amusing. McCoy is very much his more season 24 self here. Which McCoy, that's the kind of actor McCoy is. He can do the darker stuff too, but he is a comedic actor. That's what he's known for. They called him the human bomb. He pulls it off well. I like the little bit with the spoons. I know it wasn't in the script originally, but as someone who wishes he could do that, I love watching him. I like how he does it right on Rani's chest. Be a major no-no nowadays, Doctor. And I loved in the behind-the-scenes stuff, watching them joke about that. That's pretty funny. I like the tetraps. I like their design with the 4 eyes. I love the fact the eyes move. That's really nice. I think they're a really good design, especially for Classic Who. I think they're a neat concept. The Lacertians have a nice style, kind of reptilian humanoid. I like that they're designed similar to the Draconians, where a lot of their face is free. Most of their face, actually, is free, so you can actually see the facial movements and stuff. So I thought their design was nice. I did see in the behind the features that the actress that plays the elder Lacertian is Benedict Cumberbatch's mother. I did not know that. That was a pretty neat little fact. And apparently Benedict Cumberbatch was on the set for that episode as a teenager. So that's a neat little fun fact to know. I got a kick out of that. The special effects in some of this actually work pretty well for the most part. The intro sequence with the TARDIS falling, I think, is really good for the time. It looks very dated now. I can see like someone 18 looking at it and going, But for the time, for 1987, I think it's pretty impressive, and I think it's neat that they spent the budget on it. I love the effect of the little exploding balls, the little trap balls that throw you in the mountain. That's impressive. That still looks good today. When they're in that and they're spinning, I got to admit, for 1987, that's impressive. And I think that really holds up. The weakest point to me is the little bees in the beehive look terrible. If they were going to tweak anything, that would have been the thing to tweak. Those bees look... Luckily, it's a really short sequence. They're not there long, but they do look very awful. And there's probably a couple of the computer screens that could have been updated, but don't really need to be updated. I can see why they didn't really bother updating the special effects here. Doesn't really need it, to be honest, now that I rewatch it. The story's all right. I don't really have an issue with it. I don't really engage with it. It's just kind of there. I don't think it's a bad story. I don't really think it's a good story. I think it's it's there. It's interesting. I like some of the music in this one. The incidental music I actually enjoy, but it doesn't feel like Doctor Who incidental music. Let me explain how I want to put this. I like the music just in and of itself. Yeah, I think it's really neat, especially like right at the end of, I think it's episode 3, maybe, when the Doctor is laying down in the thing and he's connecting to the brain. It's got some cool music playing right there. I like the music. Doesn't feel like it belongs in Doctor Who, though. It doesn't feel like Doctor Who music. It feels like it belongs in Super Metroid. As I was watching it, it was making me think, some of the sounds and noises made me think of Super Metroid. I don't know why, but it made me think of Super Metroid. Didn't make me think of Doctor Who. I liked it, but it doesn't really fit Doctor Who, if that makes sense. And I know it's the same guy who did the theme for Sylvester McCoy's music, which is interesting because that's probably my favorite version of the Doctor Who theme. It's either the version used like during the John Pertwee, Tom Baker era, or it's this one, because I really do love this version of the Doctor Who theme a lot. I love this intro sequence a lot. I do want to point that out. I really love the Seventh Doctor intro sequence. I do. It's one of my favorites. It's probably 2 or 3 on my favorites list. I love this intro. The music and the effects. The intro for 1987 is stunningly impressive. To do that in CG in 1987, that's impressive work. I like seeing the Doctor running around in the Sixth Doctor's outfit for a little bit. I always like in post-regeneration stories when the Doctor is wearing his previous incarnation's outfit a bit. I don't know why, I just really like that. And McCoy actually fits that outfit pretty well, to be honest. Watching him and Mel when they first meet, and her not believing he's him, I think that's a really nice scene. Very touching moments, too, when they actually realize who each other are, and he's like, Mel? That's actually really well acted. I really liked that. He's kind of leaning his forehead against hers. I think that's a really good scene. Like I said, it's not a story I'm super fond of, but it does have some nice moments in it. It has some stuff that's done right in it. And once I get in the frame of mind of that era of Doctor Who to watch it, I can get through it. I did end up watching the first 3 episodes back to back, then I took a little break and I went back and watched episode 4 later. So it wasn't like something I had to just spend a couple days getting through. I do like the modified regeneration, the one that's an Easter egg on the DVD. I do like that one better. I like the fact the extended edition just has it in there, so you can just watch it in with the episode. Although the standard version, you can do that too. You can actually select the option to watch it with the updated regeneration, which does look better. That's going to be kind of the canon one in my head. That and the that YouTube video that ties in with The Last Adventure. That's really, really good. Time in the Rani. It's okay. It's never looked better. That's for sure. It definitely looks really nice. It's nothing special, but it's got some stuff it does right, some stuff it does wrong. What do you think of Time in the Rani? Do you think it's as bad as everyone says? Do you think it's underrated? Do you think it's actually pretty much what people say it is. I'd like to know down in the comments what you think of Time of the Rani, and if you've gotten your Season 4 24 box set and have watched the extended version, I want to know what you think of that as well. I always enjoy interacting with you guys in the comments. Also, I am doing a couple polls on my Patreon right now, one of which is open to the public. One of those polls, the one that's open to the public, is voting on which Doctor I will be doing a review of. That Doctor, his era, some episodes. It's open to the public, got several people voting in that. It's really nice. It's classic Doctors only, 1st through 8th. I'll probably do another poll for the newer Doctors later. Also a poll up just for my patrons, which is discussing which 5th Doctor companion I will be talking about. I believe Turlo is winning at the moment. And you can actually get in on that even at just the $2 level. So my entry level tier is only $2 a month. If you would like to get in on that, I have a couple new patrons. The names zapped out of my head. One of them is Fraser Smith, and the other one, I cannot forget his name at the moment. Skellad, I believe. Skellad. Very nice to have them on board. I appreciate them joining and becoming 2 of my patrons. Fraser actually, his video request is he wants me to do a review on the Time Splitter games, which I do have Time Splitters 2 and Future Imperfect, so I should have a video about Time Splitters coming out sometime in the near future. And I'm not quite sure what Skellad wants me to do one on yet, but I will find out. Also, click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you never miss out on a new video, and most importantly, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.